So, Samurai 8 in retrospective is a manga that got chewed up, washed up, and destroyed by the anime industry that it attempted to thrive in. And just like most of you, oh, how many months later, I wanna know why. Okay, so if you guys didn't get the gist of what this video is gonna be by the intro, then to basically explain it to you, I went back and I read some chapters of Samurai 8 to see if it truly deserved to get bodied, okay? And my honest conclusion is, I don't know. Like, it was almost one of those series where it had an interesting premise and it definitely had potential, but it was just the fact that it didn't catch on heat fast enough for it to exist in this current anime and shonen landscape, if you know what I mean. Like, I went back and I read whatever was available on the shonen website, and that was the first 3 chapters, and I felt like that was enough to get a current gist of the tone of the manga, and if it was honestly something captivating enough to catch fire just like that. And if you don't think that was enough, then sue me, I don't care. But the matter of the fact was, the show overall was kind of just average, right? There wasn't many things drawing me in to continue going, but there was a few key certain things that are like, I want to see more of this, right? Like, cause what the series basically reminds me of is almost like a Star Wars Naruto, you know what I mean? Just Naruto in space, ninjas in space, but except we're replacing ninjas with samurai and etc. And to be completely honest with you, bro, I don't see a lot of downsides to this series. Like, there are no points where I was just inherently like, yo, this sucks, this is boring, this is bad writing, this is that, right? I was more so just like, it kind of feels dry, it's a lot of dialogue and not enough action for a shonen, which is what shonens are supposed to be, action-packed series. But it did give me enough action at some points where I was like, you know what, this is what I want to continue watching, you know? But there wasn't nothing just overall making it stand out as a shonen within this current landscape. Like, the way I would describe the premise of the story is, the main character gets found out for being cool and raw or whatever, and he gets found out is because he played a video game, right? And he got discovered through that, and you know, situation happens, he becomes a samurai because he turns out to be worthy. It's basically Ready Player One, if y'all have seen that movie, okay? And in Ready Player One, the main character basically has to play a video game in order to discover his true potential, in order to gain all this fame and notoriety for being one of the best players ever. And that's exactly what happened to the MC in Samurai 8. He played a video game and it was discovered that he was a true samurai. Right now, there's a lot of ways that story could have gone, and it went the most expected route it could go, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just the fact that it didn't stand out, okay? Like, this series, it's fun, it's interesting to read, it's something that you could honestly read on the side, right? And it's something that if I'm bored enough, I'll probably read this, you know what I mean? Like, if I have nothing else I'm reading right now, like, let's say like My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen skipped a week, you know what I mean? I'll probably pick this up and read it for the week instead. And that's honestly where I think went wrong with this series, because even though it was Kishimoto's work, we already have that Kishimoto type of art style, that Kishimoto type of show going on right now. So what's the need of Samurai 8, you know? Like, honestly, when I'm reading this series, bro, I get the vibes that if Boruto wasn't around, that this series might have actually succeeded in some way, shape, or form. Cause I know I said this on my last video, right? But all the clout from this being a Kishimoto series just got absorbed by Boruto, okay? This is definitely a series that, like, some people would definitely be a fan of, especially the premise, the way power systems work. But the fact that we still have Naruto going on led the Naruto fan base to not support this as much, you know? Like, we already got space ninjas, why would we care about space samurai, you know? Like, I would honestly wish to see where this series possibly could have gone if given more time to develop. Like, it could have honestly been pretty great, you know? But the sheer fact that Boruto still had, like, those last little Naruto remnants were still there, honestly doomed this series from the very beginning, right? And I'm honestly glad I went back and gave Samurai 8 a chance, because it gave me more understanding to why this series failed, or of it being average, or the story not being overly as interesting as standing out as a lot of the current shonen, and the fact that Naruto and Boruto in fact did take up the last bit of clout this series could have gotten in order to continue going. Like, I'll say it right now, if Boruto wasn't here, Samurai 8 would still be coming out today. But honestly, peace to people, those are just my key little thoughts here and there about how I feel about the Samurai 8 manga, and me going back and reading it and seeing a true reason on why it failed and why it didn't take off the ground as it should have, you know? But if you liked my opinion, or if you hated it, like, comment, subscribe. I might have something that you'll like in the future. My name is Tine Pizza, and this is I Went Back and Read Samurai 8.